Elizabeth, we've asked you here today because it was brought to our attention that you've shut down all labs to your scientific studies. To be precise, the study where you were looking to perfect a safe way to get rid of body fat in the human body? If you don't mind me asking, what made you abandon it?
Well, Mr. Grant, as you may have already figured out, or are yet to figure out, sometimes things that seem right turn out to be nothing but a disaster, and that's exactly what my study turned into. Nothing but things going wrong at every turn that was important.
What exact things went wrong? From the data we received from your early tests, everything was proceeding in the right direction.
The study took the life of my coworker, my best friend, John. I'm sure that was never brought to your attention, was it? The fact that he's been gone for a week now, and no one has noticed it, is rather scary if you ask me.
So your studies killed Dr. Smith?
In a way, yes. It's rather complicated to explain. Besides, even if I did try to explain it to you, you'd never believe me.
You're assuming we aren't educated enough to understand you. I can assure you we are far more educated than you take us to be. So please, try to explain to us exactly what happened to Dr. Smith.
Don't say I didn't warn you. John and I were testing the antibodies that were previously stored. We wanted to see how they responded to the mixture, and for the most part, they worked exactly the way we wanted them to. However, John was rather eager to start human trials, even though we were nowhere near that stage. So he did what any impatient person would do and drank the mixture, using himself as the first human tester. Once I had noticed the mixture in the vial was lower than it should have been, it was too late. John was swallowed up by me, simply eating an apple. You see, the mixture proved to be somewhat of a shrinking liquid, I guess you could say. It literally made an apple look like a small berry. The same thing that happened to that apple happened to John, and he's probably now turned into nothing but processed food in my body.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard anything so unique.
You don't believe me, do you?
It's not that I don't believe you, Elizabeth. It's that it took this long for the truth to come out about it. But, if I may ask, have you had to relieve yourself lately? To put it as delicate as I can.
Not that it's really any of your concern, but no. Wait, are you suggesting that I'd find something of him in it?
As odd as this is, it's very possible. I mean, obviously there shouldn't be anything left of Dr. Smith's body, but there's always an off chance that his body did survive the trip.
You've definitely got me thinking now, I'll admit that. Whoa, that was rather loud.
And rather convenient, if I do say so.
Do you need to be excused, Elizabeth?
I think that may be a good idea, if you'd excuse me.
Well, what was your thoughts on the whole incident? Do you believe her story, or do you think something else is going on?
She seems pretty genuine to me. However, there are people who are rather good at lying. It's very possible she's making it up.
I agree with both your assessments. I do feel there's some truth to what she said. However, I feel there's something she's leaving out. Honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that she supposedly accidentally ate Dr. Smith.
And shrinking mixtures? I've heard of clothes shrinking in the wash, but full-size human beings shrinking? That's just absurd.
It's just a shame that she's become this way. Her progress at the Institute here was the best among all the other staff, but now she's gone crazy over things that clearly happened in her head. And perhaps she's overworked herself.
Yes, that does seem to be the most reasonable explanation. The only thing that doesn't add up is the fact that Dr. Smith has been gone for a week, and we haven't heard a word from him.
Maybe Dr. Harper disposed of Dr. Smith in one of her delusional episodes?
If she did a very good job of covering it up. So far, there's been no traces of him anywhere. Even his locker has been unaltered since the incident.
I'm not sure why we haven't explored this option, but perhaps we should watch the footage from that day and see if anything can be made of what actually happened.
How long have you been holding on to that suggestion, Mr. Grant? We should have started with that from the start.
Forgive me for wanting to hear it from Dr. Harper herself first.
Come on. We're going to the security office and pulling up the footage from that day.
Right. After you.
Must have ate something really bad to have to use the restroom this bad. To think Miss Garretson and Mr. Grant honestly think John could have survived my body. My stomach alone would have taken care of his body. But what if he did survive? What if somehow John made it all the way through my body?
What the heck? Where am I? Why is it so dark? I'm somewhere that's covered. And that smells like crap. Like literally crap. Wait. Am I surrounded by actual crap? Oh. And why am I floating? This doesn't seem right. I need to figure out where the heck That wasn't a covering. That was Elizabeth. And I'm gonna... No! Gosh darn, I'm in the toilet. If she flushes, I'm done for. I need to get out of here. What to do? Not that I'm mad about it, but Elizabeth really should flush after she goes to the bathroom. Thankfully, here not flushing gives me more time to make my escape. What to do, though? What to do? Oh! Wait, I felt this way before. When I shrunk down the first time. So does that mean if I feel it again, the opposite thing will happen?
John? But how? You should have died inside me. My stomach alone should have killed you. And not that I wanted you to die, but just stating the obvious here.
Well, believe me, for a while I thought I was a goner. But then I found out the mixture acted like a shielding around my body, keeping me from being digested or burned at all. But then, when I thought my journey was coming to a close, I was thrown against your intestine, and remained there for what seemed forever. Speaking of, how long exactly has it been since you ate me?
About a week.
A week? I was stuck to your intestine for a week. Well, that's going to take a while to process.
I'd hug you, but you're covered in crap. So I'll just wait till later to do that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go take a very, very long shower.
I can't believe John literally just came out of me. I'm so going to need therapy after all this today.
Miss Garretson, did I just see Dr. Smith walking out of the building covered in what looks like mud or something of that sort? Or am I just imagining that?
No, Mr. Grant. It wasn't just you. Come on, we have to catch up with him.
Dr. Smith! Dr. Smith! Please! Stop!
Mr. Grant, pleasure to see you. Miss Garretson, good to see you as well. If you'd excuse me, I have a date with my shower at home for the next 45 minutes.
Wait, Dr. Smith, where have you been for the last week? We didn't hear a thing from you, and none of your coworkers seem to know where you were. All except Dr. Harper, who believes she ate you, and you were in her body. And that's absolutely absurd, though, right?
Oh, it's very much the truth, actually. I just spent the last week stuck to her intestine. I'll tell you, time really moves slow when you're inside somewhere without any concept of time. Just glad the mixture returned me back to my normal size when I finally came out. Now, please, do excuse me.
So maybe Elizabeth was telling the truth after all. I mean, Did it not look like Dr. Smith was covered in what looks like mud or something worse?
As bizarre as it may seem, I believe all the evidence points to her telling the truth. I just didn't want to accept it. But I guess now I have no choice but to accept it.
I mean, if he's back and clearly safe and sound, how should we proceed? Should we still let Dr. Harper go for her dangerous work? Or should we act like this never happened and just move on with our lives?
Despite her being the greatest mind here, I think it might be the right call to let her go. That way, she can conduct her own weird experiments in the confines of wherever she desires to.
Very well, then. Are you going to break the news, or do you want me to?
Perhaps we can both break the news to her, yes?
Of course, Miss Garretson. We just need to find her now.
Well, if Dr. Smith just came out covered in human crap, there's only one place she could be.
The restrooms? That's not really a good place to break the news to her. And who knows who'd still be in the restroom when we tell her.
Mr. Grant, we are not going to tell her in the restroom. We're going to wait for her to come out, and then tell her.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
Mr. Grant, Miss Garretson, a bit too impatient for me to finish up in the restroom or something?
We saw Dr. Smith. Just be honest with us. Was your story about him being eaten and traveling inside your body true?
Yes, Mr. Grant. I wasn't making things up just for the sake of it.
Then you really did make a shrinking liquid. I'd really like to see it sometime.
Believe me when I say, you really don't want to.
I don't think it's really up to you, Elizabeth.
It's not really about you seeing it. It's more that you can't see it. I destroyed all of it after I found out I had eaten John.
Isn't that rather convenient? Are you absolutely sure you got rid of all of it? There's no backups or anything?
No. No, I'm sure of it.
Well, then you won't mind if we check out the labs for ourselves.
Please don't.
Elizabeth, get out of our way.
No, this is not good. I forgot we had created backup vials. If they find it, they'll take them and use them for things they have no intentions of being used for.
What happened here? There's glass everywhere.
Well, Elizabeth did say she got rid of the mixture. I guess she did that by smashing the vials on the ground.
A bit dramatic, if you ask me.
Everyone has their own way of dealing with things. Perhaps being dramatic is her way of dealing with it.
Perhaps. Let's look around and see if she had more of the mixture remaining.
Right.
What do you two think you're doing in here?
For your information, Dr. Smith, we're looking for any trace of that mixture that shrunk you down.
And why are you doing that, may I ask? I would think that that would be something that should stay hidden so it doesn't affect anyone like it did me.
Yes, and that's why we're looking for any traces of it. If we can remove it permanently from the Institute, then we can avoid any more accidents.
Go right ahead. You're not going to find anything.
We'll see, Dr. Harper. Miss Garretson, I think Dr. Harper was being honest. I'm not finding anything remotely close to the mixture.
I hate to admit it, but I'm coming up with the same conclusion. Regardless of our findings, or lack thereof, we are still letting you go, Dr. Harper. But you are free to take any of your equipment or materials you created with you.
I suppose that's fair. John, could you assist me, please?
Of course.
All this work has me pretty thirsty. Does anyone have any water or something around here?
Actually, it looks like Dr. Harper has some of that water with the powder mix in it. That should do the trick.
Well, then bring that over here.
All right. Relax.
But I didn't have any... Why are you telling me to be quiet? I've never had water in here.
I'm well aware of this, but I believe those water bottles have the backup mixture in them.
What? Then we have to stop them.
Liz, if we stop them now, they'll think something is up, and you're already being kicked out. Do you want to add more to that?
Of course I don't. But I also don't want anybody else to experience what you did.
Maybe this is actually a good thing.
How is this a good
If
thing?
they drink that, then you can dispose of them, meaning no one will ever know what happened.
John, I'm not going to eat them. It was hard enough to get over the fact that I ate you, of all people.
Liz! It's either that or you never gain access to this place ever again. Which would you prefer? And besides, they kind of deserve to be eaten after letting the smartest person at this institute go.
Flattering won't get you far, John. But you do have a point. With them gone, I wouldn't have anyone to rat me out, except you. But I know you wouldn't do that, right?
I'm insulted you even had to ask. Of course I wouldn't rat you out. Now, are you going to eat them or not?
Let's do this.
Dr. Harper, I must admit this water tastes a bit different.
Yes, it's something of my own making. A family secret, I guess you could say.
Your family made flavored water? I never knew that. That must... Oh. I just got really tired all of a sudden.
Yeah. Me too. I think I'm just gonna...
Oh, thank goodness it didn't take long for them to pass out. How long did it take you to shrink, though?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I was passed out by that point.
So, we're just waiting around till they shrink then. Fun. I guess it's a very quick process. They're already shrinking.
Huh. Interesting. So, are you ready to do this? I mean, this time you're actually aware that you are eating people.
Am I ready? No, honestly, I'm not. But it has to be done.
Hi, sorry to bother you two, but have you happened to see Mr. Grant and Miss Garretson? We were supposed to have a meeting with them this afternoon.
No, I can't say we have, right, Liz?
Yes, right. We've been pretty occupied in here that we've kinda zoned out everything outside this lab.
It would seem so. Hey, it looks like you broke a few of your vials. Would you like some help cleaning up?
Oh, we couldn't ask that of you two. Besides, John and I have it covered, really. But thank you for offering.
If you don't mind me asking, who are you two? I haven't seen you around this place before.
Well, that's because it's our first visit to this institute. Pretty soon we'll be here every day. I'm kinda planning on taking over this institute, if I'm being honest.
And I'm Jeff Chambers, if anyone cares.
A pleasure to meet you two. And what exactly are your intentions for this institute, Mr. Henry?
Please, Scott. And I want to expand all the science departments and add more resources and maximize our results so we can better help the outside world.
Hey, he's really been boasting about that one for a while. Ever since he and I got our master's degrees, he's been very determined to make this place his own.
Hey, I only want that so I can make it better than it currently is.
Well, based on the vibes I'm getting off you two, I feel you'd be the perfect people to do such a thing. I hate to be rude though, but Dr. Harper and I really should resume our cleaning in here.
Of course. And I'm sorry, but what were your names?
My name is Elizabeth Harper, or Dr. Harper, and this is Dr. Smith, or John Smith.
John Smith? Seriously? That's actually your name?
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
No, not at all. I was just curious, really. People usually use the name John Smith as an alias.
Well, I can assure you it's my real name.
Well, John, I do apologize, truly. I promise you I did not mean to.
Quite right. We'll see you later, gentlemen.
Yes, of course. Come on, Jeff. Have a good day.
Those two were odd. Friendly, but odd.
Agreed. Alright. Time to eat, Liz.
It's weird that this is becoming a norm for us.
No kidding. Now, down the hatch.
Okay.
Oh, man. That was some nap. Miss Garretson? You there? Miss... Holy crap! Elizabeth! Wants to eat me! How did I even get this small, though? The water. It wasn't water! It was the mixture! Elizabeth, please! Please don't eat me! Please!
Liz, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Mr. Grant just didn't go down as well as you did.
The fact I'm the perfect example of how a person should go down your throat is very odd, to say the least.
Yeah, sorry.
It's alright. Now, for Miss Garretson.
Dr. Harper? What are you doing? And why are you so big? Wait, That wasn't water, was it?
No, it wasn't. And you really shouldn't have stuck your nose into my business. I mean, it wasn't enough that you had to go through I had to go through the whole experience eating John here. Now you want to let me go? The smartest person at this institute. I'm sorry to say this, but you deserve to be eaten, Miss Garretson. And I'll admit, after swallowing Mr. Grant, I'm still pretty hungry, and you do look rather appetizing.
Elizabeth, please. We can talk this out. You don't have to eat me. Please.
Oh, I'm afraid we are beyond talking now, Miss Garretson. Now please, do your best to keep quiet. It makes it easier for me to down you when you're quiet.
This isn't happening. This isn't happening!
It seems Miss Garretson went down a bit easier than Mr. Grant did.
Yeah, I guess she did. I think I need to sit down.
Of course. Here, sit in this chair.
Thank you. I just feel rather lightheaded.
Lightheaded? Have you felt this way all day, or just now?
Just now. Why? Do you think my lightheadedness has to do with me eating Mr. Grant and Miss Garretson?
Well, yes, but more the fact the mixtures in those bottles weren't entirely fully mixed.
If that's true, then those two won't make it through my body like you did.
Liz, I think it's deeper than that. The fact that you have that unmixed mixture in you could mean it will have very negative side effects that could really hurt your body.
Well, aren't you full of great news today? Ah! Ow! Ow! John! I hate to say it, but I think you were right. Ow! John, I need you to do something for me.
What? What do you need me to do, Liz?
I need you to cut Mr. Grant and Miss Garretson out of my body.
I'm sorry, what? You know I am not a surgeon or anything of that matter.
John, please! I'm in a serious amount of pain right now. Please.
Okay, just give me a minute.
John, I really don't mean to be rude, but I don't have a minute.
Then give me 30 seconds.
Oh, John, was it? We were just stopping by to...
Holy cow, is she alright?
No, I am not.
John, what's going on in here?
Long story short, she ate something that contained an unmixed mixture. Because of that, it is seriously hurting her body. She asked me to remove the objects, but I have no training in that type of work at all.
Well, Scott and I are surgically trained. Right now we need to get her on her back and fast.
I'll save you the work.
Okay. Thankfully we don't have to roll her onto her back. Hey Scott, do you still have our surgical tools?
Yeah, right here.
Do you need anything from me?
Actually, John, yes. I need you to find a first aid kit. If you can't find one, find us rubbing alcohol, needle and thread, and something to act as gauze. We will be patching her up.
That I can do. Don't worry, Elizabeth. I'll be right back. I promise.
You better be.
Alright. Elizabeth, this next part, it's gonna hurt. Be ready, okay?
It can't be worse than the pain I'm already experiencing. Ow!
Alright, here's the plan now. Scott, I want you to make an incision right here.
Right, got it.
And I'll make one here. Now, we need to make sure she doesn't bleed out. Do we have any water or anything?
I do in my bottle here.
Good. When I say to pour the water on, do it.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Alright. Opening the incision now. Great Scott! What have you been eating, woman?
What is it?
It's like there's two tiny people in her body.
Tiny people? Jeff, I think you might be seeing things.
I wish that was the case, Scott, but I know what I'm seeing. And it's exactly that. Either way, we're moving them now. Perfect timing, John. Scott, water now.
Right, sorry.
John, can I have that thread and needle, please?
Of course, it's been sterilized as well.
Oh, perfect. I see why she keeps you
I'm
around.
here of my own. Oh, never mind.
Alright, patching her up. Hang in there, Elizabeth. We're almost there.
Please, hurry up.
She's lovely.
She has her moments.
Alright. And we're done. Elizabeth, how are you feeling?
Well, all things considered, feel rather fine.
Thank you, both of you. Truly.
Not a problem. There is one thing we have to know, though. Why the heck do those things look like tiny people?
Well, because they are. It's a long story.
Say what? Are you telling me she actually ate 2 people? Why in the world would she do that?
Because they were going to let me go, and I wasn't exactly okay with that.
How did you even manage to make them that small?
That mixture I mentioned, instead of reducing body fat like it was originally meant to, it shrinks the whole body or person it's in.
Wait, you made a shrinking mixture? Is that even possible?
Seeing that we have 2 tiny remains here, Scott, I'd say it's pretty possible.
Oh, right. Who were they?
You're going to laugh, but it was actually Mr. Grant and Ms. Garretson.
I'm sorry, what? So who are we supposed to talk to now? There's no way we can close a deal in this place if the people we were supposed to meet are dead!
You could always talk to Director Paxton. He's technically the next in line after these 2.
We'll do that. We'll let you 2 dispose of the evidence and clean this place up.
Please, don't tell a living soul about this.
Not to worry. Your secret's safe with us. It's too bad an old college friend of mine couldn't see this. She would have loved this.
She seems very different. In a good way, though.
Oh, she is. I'm just sad it didn't work out between us. Anyways, we have Director Paxton to talk to. Once we talk to him, we're gonna make sure all records of this disappear. You have a personal guarantee.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, you don't know how much it means to us.
Not a problem. We'll talk to you guys later. Hey, Scott. I wonder if there's any proof of people who've grown instead of shrunk. It'd be a fascinating discovery, to say the least.
It'd be more than that. It would make you and I very well known throughout the world. But I doubt anything like that is actually out there.
You never know, Scott. You never know.
You feeling any better?
Yeah. The pain has significantly decreased. Thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. It was those 2 men that really saved your life.
True. But you stuck by my side the whole time. I really appreciate that.
I'm sure you would have done the same for me.
I certainly would have. Either way, you were still here for me through it all. And for that, I think you deserve something special.
Something special? Like what?
Like that.
That was definitely special.
I thought so. Now, come on. We've got a lot of cleaning to do in here.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Thank you, Director Paxton. I'll be in touch very soon.
Nice man.
Yes, very nice man.
Huh. Huge skeleton remains discovered on Everest by a tourist. Origins unknown. And tourists have remarked the skeleton looked like that of a massive human.
What you got there, Jeff? Something interesting you'd like to share?
I don't think sharing would be enough. Scott, once we close the deal on this place, you and I, we're going to Everest. There's something there I think you'll be very interested in seeing.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then how can I say no?
Now that's the spirit, my friend. Let's find some food. I'm starving.